Hey everyone, this is Onirman here. I am here again with another episode of Dark Chocolate Podcast. Today I have Anatoly Jaslever. He is from Canada and he has been doing newsletter for B2B market and for solopreneurs. And his background is not email marketing. His background was in fintech. Now he switched to email marketing, specifically newsletter. It's great to have you here, Anatoly. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Amazing. So, can you briefly introduce yourself and share what led you into email marketing?
Sure. So my name is Anatoly, and my background it's mostly in fintech. So all my career was in fintech. Was involved in multiple projects across Canada and US, mostly in banking, and was involved also in projects related to communication. And from that angle, I was more wondering in terms of what exactly newsletter and how it can be used in my as another stream of my income. So I started newsletters. The first newsletter, I have two newsletters. The first one I launched in June last year, and I have another newsletter that I started in January this year.
Amazing. So, I have been running two newsletter for 1 year and 5 months, and one is for email newsletter, and another one is digital normal newsletter.
It,
And
yeah.
when you, as an email marketer or specifically as a newsletter specialist, run newsletter or do the exact same thing what you are offering to your client, you actually get to know about a lot of things which you can't know if you only provide the service to someone else, right?
Right. So, okay, first of all, I'm not email marketer as I'm in a learning curve, but I do know enough about this, at least just to go and grow my two newsletters. So also on the way, definitely people were wondering, and my main discovery channel, it's LinkedIn. And people were reaching out asking if I can help them. And I'm doing so whatever comes to my way, because I'm interested in terms of newsletters. It can be partnership, it can be just ask to help to somebody to build it up, or even to take some work and to do this for them as like do for them, done for them service. So right now I'm again in the discovery and learning curve. So I'm wondering about any type of opportunities.
Yeah. What's one mistake you made early on in your email marketing career and how did you overcome it?
So I made plenty of mistakes, and basically anything that you do, it's an iteration of different mistakes and cycles, right? So every time that you start something, you see that it works or it doesn't, and this is the trial and the error process, basically. So you have multiple iteration, and once you see that some specifics don't work, you start trying to bring some variation in. You see how it can be performed better. And it's in general, right? Because if you have a good pace of changing stuff, most likely you will hit the right style. Plus, to be honest, you need to keep an eye on the processes and what trends are there, because it's very dynamic process and things change rapidly. One of the mistakes, just to keep people more interested in the specific. So definitely I think the welcome sequence, it's very important one. And I had a couple of mistakes when people were not reacting or were not going to open welcome email, which is the core of your deliverability. And I just was looking what exactly doesn't work. And I was changing, twisting my thank you page, my welcome sequence, this type of.
Amazing. So, what trends are you most excited about in email marketing right now?
Okay, so I won't be very original. So definitely AI and everything that related to automation, it helps a lot, a lot. And I'm not hesitant in terms of to go to AI and utilize AI capabilities. And my opinion, if I can bring value with AI or without AI, okay, it's all worth as long as people can see this value and they appreciate this. AI trend, this is the big one for sure, and it will take some time. And by the way, it also depending if you use it or don't. It will define your future in newsletter specifically and in everything else.
Exactly. There are so many people who are actually using AI to run the newsletter and they are making money out of it. So if they can use it in a better way or maybe in a way where human involvement is of course there. They are actually using it in a way that that is drawing money, then it's a good thing to do.
For sure, and it depends how you look at newsletter, right? If you're looking as a business and you're trying to optimize, so it's just you cannot avoid AI.
Exactly. What's your biggest challenge when building an email list, and how do you tackle it?
In the building email list, the growth definitely it makes big difference in terms of the progress and also motivation for you to continue with full transparency. I bought newsletters, so I buy subscribers. Let's say percentage wise, it's probably 95 I'm buying from ads and 5% it's more organic, or yeah, it's more organic. And it also depends what type of newsletters you have, right? So right now, the challenge that I had, slow growth. Again, I'm resolving this with ads and with ads optimization, basically. So Meta ads, this is the primary channel, at least for my local newsletter, because I'm doing this by myself, and also and I'm using for my another newsletter, email breakdown. I'm using Meta ads plus different referral programs, paid recommendation.
Maybe you heard about Matt McRae. Okay, so he is the owner of Grow Letter, and he also has
Oh,
a
Matt, yeah, yeah, sure, yeah, yeah, I know.
he actually does the same, like he runs paid ads via Beehive paid ad network and all, and collects and grow the email list, and then he use AI and monetize the email newsletter.
Yeah, but Matt has an agency, right? And
Yeah,
he has a full team.
actually it's easy for him. And I saw the blue ocean, like because there are so many people who are actually shifting to newsletter. Like if you see this newsletter, these big people like Sahil Bloom, Justin Wells, there are so many people who are actually shifting to newsletter business. That's why I thought like it's a blue ocean. That's why I started an agency that called Scale My List, where actually I run Facebook ads to grow the email list. Then I manage and monetize the newsletter for the high ticket coaches and consultant specifically in UK. Yeah. So what are your top three tips for increasing email open rates?
Okay, so it's to have optimized welcome sequence. And welcome sequence, what I mean by this, is to have a well structured landing page or opt-in page. You need to have and what means well structured. So you need to have your offer. You need to explain exactly how you're going to work with this offer. So how it will help and how much time it will take. So to make this very clear for a visitor or for your candidate to be a subscriber, to have a thank you page. And I think it's, at least for the beginners, it's must have. And this thank you page, the only purpose of thank you page should be just to make sure that your subscribers will go and find welcome email, because this is the moment when the big email providers like Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, they will decide, okay, if the following emails will be ended up in a spam folder, or it will be open and then the following emails will be also put in the primary inbox. And definitely to make sure that in the welcome email, when you send, you put the all needed the requirements for deliverability, which is clicking, replying, and opening, as I said, and then moving this into the primary inbox, which is must have for everyone.
Exactly. Amazing. Like most of the time, you have to maintain some unorthodox ways as well in order to increase the email open rates. Like it's not only about clickbait or subject line or anything, but it should have a value.
100%. So, we can discuss this topic hours, because it has multiple elements in this. But to answer this quickly, yeah, have the have the optimized welcome sequence, and once you have it as a beginner again, you can proceed and you can improve this all the time. But if the first email will be lost in spam, you don't have any opportunity going forward.
Exactly. So as you have been running two newsletters specifically, also you are providing service to in the B2B market. So you know that the heart of email marketing or newsletter is copywriting. So can you please tell how to master the art of email copywriting?
Okay, so you have plenty of resources there, right? And you just start. Okay, personally, I started with Frank Kern. So he's direct marketing expert, and he's very well known figure. Just reading, looking at the other newsletters, talking to AI, because AI sometimes it's a very good companion in terms of suggestions. So, and also you just going and you sending his emails, you see what exactly people like, what they don't. To have very good tool, I think social media is a good tool to master your copywriting, because you have immediate feedback, right? So you can post it today and you can see exactly how people react, and based on this reaction you can tackle something and see if it does this job or it doesn't. Just trial and error. This is the way.
Would you be interested to mention the process you follow while copywriting?
Sure. So I'm using very simple structure, right? So I have my hook, and there are different approaches. Somebody starts from the content and then create and then build the hook. Somebody start with the hook and based on the hook create the content. I use both. It depends, how you feel that day. So I have hook and I have a headline that basically will pull people inside of the text. And one of the rules that I like, that every line supposed to be a hook for the following one. So you need to write something that the people will be interested to see how it continues. And also another thing, try to avoid very simple CTAs and try to structure your content as a CTA itself. So that once people read it, they're interested and they want to see what exactly how it's ended, and they will be waiting just to see another issue of your newsletter or to follow you for your posts.
That's amazing. So, how do you approach segmentation and personalization in your email campaigns?
Okay, so I have a polls and this. So for both newsletters, I have the survey that will be presented in after the subscription, and depends what I'm talking about. So if I'm talking about email breakdown, so my email breakdown newsletter is about it's an analysis of different newsletters. So what is important for me there is to know at what stage of the journey people there. So normally who my subscribers are, they are people who interested in newsletter or building newsletter, growth newsletter, monetization. So, and this is my survey, right? So I'm trying to understand where they are right now in terms of the journey. And this is my first thing. So, and once I know that some of them, they already started or they just want to start, I have my automation sequence set, sales sequence that I sent after this, just proposing my offers. I have a course and I have my services. So this is how I do this for my email breakdown and for my local newsletter. I'm trying to see what people are interested in. So I have different categories like families, couples, seniors, and I want to see what exactly they are, where they live, and what exactly services they would like to get. And based on those services, I then construct my newsletter, my local one.
So, we actually track the psychological behavior of the people who are in your email list, and based on that, you actually make the plan.
And their needs, basically, what they want at this moment.
Exactly. Amazing. So, what tools or software do you use for email marketing?
I'm very simple. So I use Beehive sending my emails. I use Kit, ConvertKit, for selling my products because they have capabilities. And I use Canva. Those three mostly.
Have you ever used any other tool for your clients?
For my clients, like, what do you mean? Like what?
Like
For my
any other
client?
tool, like Send in Blue, or maybe Brevo, or maybe Active Campaign?
No, I don't. So Beehive, I started with ConvertKit and I like both ConvertKit and Beehive. Recently, I'm on Beehive heavily, but ConvertKit has few capabilities. Like I said, you can use it as a platform for selling products. They have inbuilt options there, and these two that I'm using.
That's good. What is the biggest myth about email marketing that you have had to unlearn over the years?
I don't believe those who say that you can build it overnight. Despite that myth, they can be tested at a specific point of time. because I'm looking at and I'm analyzing newsletters. I saw how people grew very quickly when they just they caught a trend. Again, the same AI. So people who started AI, it was very amazing for them how they grew quickly. Crypto, it depends. If you can catch this trend, it's one thing. But normally growth doesn't happen in one day. And even if you have a momentum when you start growing, you always need to keep it very high. So you need to put effort there. There is no one moment of the growth. It's a process and it's an ongoing effort.
That's amazing. Where do you see the future of email marketing?
As long as email will alive, I believe that email marketing will be ongoing. And specifically talking about newsletters, I would say right now we are in bubble of newsletters, and definitely everyone is going and creating newsletter. Again, such platforms like Beehive and Kit, they're giving a good opportunity to grow fast relatively, or at least to grow easy. Going forward, so if people don't monetize, if they don't have any motivation for continue going, it will die just naturally, because any effort it's supposed to be come with benefit, right? And if people don't know how to monetize, no benefits, it kills the motivation.
Yeah, valid point. Can you share a case study or example of an email campaign that delivered unexpected result, or maybe you are so happy after doing it?
Okay, so I'm selling my course now. I created a course for beginners recently, and I started selling this. And I can say that it's unbelievably wow, it's going well. But at least there are some things that I'm learning, and brings me some clarity in terms of how to promote products and how to construct campaigns. So can't tell you that it was completely blast, but it's for sure it's a learning curve and it's very educational.
Yeah. For newcomers in email marketing, what's one piece of advice you would give to help them stand out?
They need to read just newsletters. So just review newsletters and see what actually catches their eye, and probably replicate the same. So you have plenty of material over there as a live newsletters. I mean, something that already works. But okay, what I would do and what I normally do. So they need to look at actual newsletters, plus they need to get some, let's say, theoretical knowledge how it's supposed to work. So combination of both, understanding the theory and also seeing how it's implemented in real life, it gives the best results.
Let's say if you are there to build a customized 90-day plan for any founder or maybe any coach, what are the key factors you would consider?
Key factors to how to build a coach business, or
Yeah, with newsletter, or maybe you can consider newsletter as the main channel of the business or maybe agency growth.
so newsletter is a distribution channel. It's nothing else. It's distribution channel. And depends on what the stage of journey you are, meaning that if you have already following, all you need to do, you just need to convert this following, social media following, into newsletter, and then start using your distribution channel with proposal, with a good offer. It's one thing. And if you're just starting from the scratch, definitely it should be a combination of, again, I would say it should be a combination or social media or meta ads. But so you need to know exactly where to start, meaning from what source you need to get your subscribers, how to how to convert them, and what to offer in the beginning. And it should be very appealing offer, appealing and very simple. Why it's important, and I see this from my experience. My email breakdown newsletter, it grows okay, but it goes very okay, very slow. My local newsletter, because it's appealing, and I'm talking about the local residents and they're interested in the events that I'm offering them, it grows very well. It grows very fast, and people are super responsive. So, and definitely it helps a lot. Meaning that if you have what to offer that for sure people need it, it gives totally different experience for you as a newsletter operator.
Hmm, true. There are so many people who are actually complaining about social media algorithm and all. And specifically, if you see the growth curve in 2021 and 2025, there is a huge difference. Like the growth actually is very less with respect to 2021 and 2022 years, right? So people should start bringing the traffic to the newsletter in order to sell to their audience, because social media is very volatile and I don't know whether our accounts will be there today or tomorrow. And also selling through social media is very hard, to be honest.
Yeah, this is the common issue, right, of sales.
Exactly. So thank you, Anatoly, for coming today and giving a precious time. Like whatever you have suggested and offered, it would be really helpful for those people who wants to build their portfolio in email marketing, and also for those people who are using email marketing in their business extensively. Also, newsletter and email marketing is different. People are not aware of it. People think both are the same, but there is a difference between email marketing and newsletter because the way we use it is different, right? So if you can clarify why it's different, it will be amazing.
So first of all, email, okay, newsletter, it's a part of email marketing, right? But email marketing, it's more generic message that you bring to people. And it can be anything. It can be campaigns, sales campaigns. It can be communication campaigns, but you don't really build a relationship. When a newsletter, you appear on a specific cadence with a specific schedule. So, and you bring value that people expect this. And if you do this correctly, it's also building relationship. So, and if you building relationship, so you can expect much more just a sale. You can build the communities and you can go much further. So in terms of the further communication. So just to summarize, newsletter, it's a part of email marketing. Email marketing, it's more generic, and newsletter, it's more specific and more personal when you're building relationships. So this is the big difference for me.
Yeah, amazing. And are you building something or any coaching program or anything you want to promote through this podcast?
I have, yeah, so I'm offering two things basically. So I have a course that I just created, and this is for beginners mostly, or for those who started and get stuck. It's called so newsletter in 10 days, and what I'm offering that and what I'm guarantee that whoever who watches this course and follows this material, they can start newsletter in 10 days or less. If not, I'm giving the full refund, so it's a risk-free program. Definitely with the condition that people will finish the course. And the course itself, it's a very short course of 45 minutes videos. It's 10 videos. It's 9 videos of 5 minutes or less with plenty of materials. And if you put some information about me, I can pass you also the link to my course. And this is very affordable, by the way. So it's the price $87, but I'm giving also 40% discount, so it's $50 basically. And I am guarantee that you will start your newsletter or you will get your money back, keeping all materials for yourselves. It's a risk-free offer basically. It's one thing, plus I'm giving the services like one-on-one, whoever wants it, and it's also very affordable price. So if you can just put my link to LinkedIn or and to my course, so people can go
Of course,
and
yeah.
search.
Just send the link to me. I'll put it in the
Sure,
description. As well as if you have anything else to promote or anything else to share with the audience, make sure to send it to me and I'll just share with the audience.
absolutely.
Thank you, Anatoly, for coming today and teaching us about newsletter specifically and talking about email marketing extensively. It was really amazing to have you here and get to know the knowledge you have and overall aspect of newsletter business. Thanks for coming today.
Okay, thank you.